Oh man. Whoa, now put some pitch. Yeah, just you gotta get it so it's going. Oh, you didn't, you blew it out, man. Not doing, you gotta, sure got a lot of wood on there. Hello, Americans. Another friend.
Another friends around the world.
Very good, man, very good.
Back again, man.
So this morning, I got my grandsons. I'm watching my grandsons today while the girls are down in the flatlands. And my plan today is actually this morning I got up early and was thinking on it and came up with, I didn't count them, but man, probably 20-something things that you just don't think of in a SHTF or, you know, just preparedness, just something, the things that you don't think about that will be highly valuable. So let's check that out. All right, man. So as it turns out, I probably should have just filmed doing stuff with the grandkids, my grandsons all day, because it's later in the day and they just went home just here not too long ago, so it's kind of taken over the whole day, so I should have went ahead and just did that. But this morning, you know, I get up early and just going across, or, you know, thinking on things and stuff like that. And I was really thinking of stuff, you know, that you can prep and all that, you know, prep stuff for trade, and kind of thinking outside the box of things that people wouldn't really think of to collect, you know, or to stock up on, whether it be for trade or for yourself. So I started writing stuff down. So man, I got I don't know, roughly probably 50 things, man, 50-something things. So this might end up being a little broke up, and I got to read my own writing, so that could be a problem. You know, everybody thinks of guns, ammo, canned food, and beans when you're thinking about prepping. Everybody does. You know, oh gosh, or oatmeal, man, or rice, or, you know, that's when you think about prepping, or, you know, if you're new to it or just starting to do it, that's the first thing you think about, you know, is that. So now I'm going to try to get into some stuff that you wouldn't normally think about. So let's talk about the things that, you know, will be gone. You know, if you know, whatever may happen, or, you know, who knows, dude. Something's going to happen. You know, whether it'll take everything away, who knows. But if the power goes out, if the internet goes out, if an EMP or nuclear, or, you know, if you live through it and something's, you know, there's nothing, you know, at first it's going to be, you know, it's going to be crazy, you know, mayhem, man, total mayhem for the first, you know, while. Even the power going out, man. Look what happened to the, you know, to LA or whatever I was talking about the other day. You know, in 23 hours, man, it went crazy. Well, the stuff that I'm talking about or gonna bring up is stuff, I'm talking more when people start settling down a little bit and getting more, you know, when you start bartering, if it comes to that, and things that are going to be so valuable that right now you wouldn't even think about them. Things like, you know, books, man, I'm huge on books. Books and guides and how-tos and stuff like that. If there's no internet, then they are going to be huge. Good trading material, definitely good stuff to have, man. I've got my own library of how-to type stuff, and that's definitely one that you want in your storage or pack or whatever. And then something that you wouldn't think of and that you take for granted all the time is sandwich bags, Ziploc bags, wax paper, saran wrap, aluminum foil. You know, that's stuff that, you know, we just take for granted all the time now. But that is something that, if the world's crazy and they ain't, you know, there's no supply chain and, you know, all the stores are getting robbed and, you know, all that, man, then all that kind of stuff is going to be highly valuable, and it's definitely handy to have. So stocking up on sandwich bags and Ziplocs and aluminum foil, man, that is a good call. Pet food's one of the ones, you know, they're not. I seriously think that you're going to see. Seriously think you're going to see pet food. I thought we were going to see it there for a while, and the pet food that I use is, you know, like this anyway, hit and miss. I get mine at Bi-Mart, and the last 2 times that we've went, they didn't have any, and we actually had to get a different kind of pet food, you know, dog food. So pet foods is definitely, you know, stockpile as much as you can. I usually try to, you know, I have a bag and then try to keep one in stock. Right now, I just have the bag that I'm using because they didn't have the kind that I usually get. So that's something, and I think that's one of the first things that you'll see. Medications, you know, prescriptions, you know, definitely, man, for me, you know, being diabetic and all that is definitely something that, you know, concerns me, man. I get as many as that, you know, I get ahead on my medication as far ahead as, you know, when you're getting prescriptions, they'll only let you get so many. So I usually got 2 months, maybe 3 months, you know, because I have to go in every 3 months, so they will only give me prescriptions for that amount of time. The over-the-counter medicines, aspirin and acetaminophen, ibuprofen, Gufaston, all that kind of stuff, man, I stock up as much as possible because, you know, depending on what happens, when they're raiding all the stores and all that stuff's going to go away fast, man. That's going to be one of the first things. Camping equipment. And camping equipment, you know, man, I'm not talking about stuff, you know, hopefully I ain't on foot trekking around, but you never know. So you definitely, you know, a tent, you know, and stuff like that, but the camping equipment more, you know, and especially for my stuff for trade, is I stock up on the camp stoves and the cooking pots and the little backpacking stoves, coffee pots, lanterns, lights, you know, all the camping equipment. If the power goes out, that is daily use stuff, and it's definitely something that you can use or you can trade. Then something you don't think about, man, is auto parts, you know, auto stuff. Like, obviously, I need to get a drive line before crap goes south or I'll be in trouble. But the other thing is to think about is your engine oils, your tranny fluid, your brake fluid, you know, that kind of stuff. You definitely want to have a stockpile of stuff, you know, if your vehicle, you know, runs, you know, they throw all these things at you so you don't know, you know, but better be safe than sorry on that. And then I've talked about it before, but booze, tobacco, cigarettes, pot, you know, not in Idaho, it's not legal, but man, if you're somewhere in, like in Oregon and stuff, you know, if you got some bucks or whatever, I'm sure for trading material, man, some weed would be a big trading material, along with booze and alcohol and all that. And then, of course, I've talked about it too, is candles and flashlights. Definitely, man, candles and flashlights. And then something, if you got flashlights, I don't care, man. You got flashlights, you got a transistor radio, you've got all this. You need batteries, man. Lots of batteries. Batteries is going to be something that if it was an extended period of time, batteries are going to be where you're out going through places, you know, checking smoke alarms for 9-volt batteries and everything, because depending on how bad it got, how whatever, eventually batteries will be, you know, pretty much history. So you definitely want to stockpile the batteries, unless you got rechargeable batteries, and then you got a solar charger like we got, you know, to where you could recharge them. So. All right. Oh, and then there it is. Small chargers for like your cell phone and that kind of stuff, you know, as long as there's something still going on. But if the power goes down, I pretty much think all the cell phones and everything will go down too. But they have little small solar panels and stuff to charge cell phones and flashlights and all that kind of stuff, you know. And then the solar chargers that I was just talking about, that big solar charger. And then the things like you know, for sanitary reasons and cleaning and all that, man, is to have bleach and cleaning supplies, hand sanitizer. I buy a hand sanitizer by a gallon, you know, and I like it for, like, if I go in and check the eggs, you know, man, they got chicken poop or whatever, and you're doing stuff, man. So I got squirt hand sanitizers all around the property, you know, just better be safe than sorry. And you know, and then as soon as I get inside, I'll wash my hands with soap and water. But a hand sanitizer is definitely a good thing to have around. Oh, and the other one's baby wipes, man. Baby wipes are handy, man. That's almost, man, if you're not going to be able to take a bath for, you know, for a little bit or in between or whatever, baby wipes are definitely something to have on the list. Oh, and then stuff for hygiene, man, like for women especially, man, is having pads and tampons and all that kind of stuff. And then for both of you, or for all of you, is toothpaste and dental floss and toothbrushes. Dude, man, if the world went to crap, there's no dentists and the, you know, doctors and all that, toothache would not be no fun, man. Not fun at all. Toothache, even when you can go to the dentist, a toothache ain't fun. And then something, a lot of this will come along later on down the road, you know, as you're moving along. But it's duct tape, glue, super glue, caulking, baling wire, you know, even for wiring stuff, rope, paracord, and even some string. You know, that's something that you don't think of. Be great trading material, and definitely something that you can get now for next to nothing and have stocked up and, you know, ready. And then, you know, always get when you know, buy 2 or 3 when you're going to buy 1, you know, what the heck, just stock up on it. The other one, man, I've talked about many times is Bic lighters. Bic lighters, you know, will be one of the first things to go away, you know, after the whole collapse and stuff. They ain't gonna be making Bic lighters. So Bic lighters are, dude, those things, man, invaluable if something happens in this crazy world. Man, having fire, you know, you can have all this, but without fire, you know, man, dude, you gotta have fire, man. So then matches, you know, that's matches and all that is priceless, dude. I mean, especially as time goes on and access and, you know, not being able to pick some up at the tobacco shop or the convenience store or whatever, man. So you definitely want to supply matches and Bic lighters. And then always a ferro rod, you know, and I've got quite a few. I got one that Billy sent me, man, it's pretty nice. And then I've got one that Muskrat sent me, and I've got some that I picked up. And then the, you know, the magnesium with the ferro rod on the side. And, you know, I got a whole bunch of those, man. So that's always good for an emergency too. And then something that I'd seen on something I hadn't even thought about it, but it's like a sewing kit, you know, for mending your clothes and all that. And clothes, having a good supply of clothes is definitely, you know, you should always have extra clothes. But to be able to mend them, man, and sewing needles would be priceless, you know, once you get moving along, man. Sewing needles, so needles and thread and stuff to fix your socks. I can't remember what that's called. which Miss Kitty just ordered one of those to mend my socks. And then something that I like to have is sinew. Sinew is something that I use a lot of, you know, with a bigger needle, man. So, but needles and thread, dude, priceless. And then, you know, and I've got tons of them and stuff, but if you don't, you can hit Harbor Freight or wherever. But it's tools, man. Everything for hammers and nails and screws and screwdrivers and hex heads and tools. Dude, tools. Which, man, I love my tools. You've got to have tools. And then if you have a solar thing or whatever, cordless drill, you'll be able to recharge. You know, I use my box, my solar box, I use to charge my batteries just to keep my, you know, keep it working and all that stuff. So I use that to charge my batteries to kind of, you know, so it ain't just sitting there with a charge and draining down. Because I did that, man, and it ran dead. Then make sure you got first aid stuff, man. This, you know, I would think that most people think of this as first aid, man, bandages and Band-Aids and gauze pads and, you know, all that stuff. And of course, ammo and guns, man. You always got to have ammo. That's one of the things that everybody thinks of. And then the number one, above guns and ammo even, that I think is going to be, especially, you know, just depending on what happens in this crazy world, the number one thing that I think is going to be pretty much like money is seeds. You got to have seeds, you know, and then you can have seeds, man. You can have a whole seed library, but you must know how to grow them. You know, a lot of people think that you just stick a seed in the ground and water it and stuff, and you're going to end up with zucchini, man. There's a lot more to it than that, man. That you know, I've gardened my whole life, and I'm still learning. There's always something, especially when you get on, you know, different land like this, just like we do on the homestead, and we're doing it again this year. We've moved our garden all over this place, man. This hugelkultur bed is a kick butt, you know. But now I'm moving my garden beds out here, and then I'll do probably another hugelkultur bed over there, but I'll still be using this one, and this one grows good. So there you go, man. There's just something to think on. So I hope that kind of puts a something in there to. It's, dude, like I've said 1,000 times, man. I don't know what's coming and when it's coming, but there's definitely something coming. Dude, it's crazy, man. Crazy. So, good Lord willing, them creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.